up, you guys? My name's Alan.
My name's Cassandra.
And welcome back to AJ and K TV. So today what we're going to do, instead of our usual conspiracy theory videos, we are going to do something a little bit different. And we're going to talk about famous serial killers and what they ate as their last meal.
So some of these are actually really weird. And some of them are just
it shows, honestly, it shows they're insane. Like, there's a couple that okay, you could tell that's a last meal, but there's some people that they're insane. Also, I just want to talk a little bit about the death penalty and how I don't think it's in effect anymore.
It's never been in effect in Canada where we live, but I know in the U.S. it's been.
I think it was a thing, but I don't know if they have it anymore. I'm not 100% sure.
They still have it if the crime is really bad.
I mean, what's worse than a murder or something?
I mean, I think if somebody killed more than 5 people, I think.
Why does that matter? The thing I don't understand is that why does the amount of people that you murder matter? If you kill one person, shouldn't it be automatic? Well, yeah. So enough about that, and we're gonna actually get into the video now. So the first person we're gonna talk about, she's kind of very a very big psychopath, and her name is Velma Barfield. Her crime was she killed 7 people. She murdered 7 people in the span of 1971 to 1978. She received the death penalty in 1982. But do you want to know what her last meal was?
What?
Her last meal was cheese doodles and a single Coke.
Woman knew what she wanted.
But the thing I don't get, why cheese doodles? Were Cheetos not available?
Maybe she didn't like Cheez-Its or Cheesies. Maybe she liked cheese doodles.
Cheese doodles are cheesy, Cassandra.
I'm not American. I'm not.
But yeah, basically, that's just such a weird... And plus, they get weirder as Cassandra's going to go with the next person.
So the next person was Robert Elton Harris, and his crimes committed was murder, kidnapping, burglary, and robbery. And he was basically sentenced to the death penalty in the year 1992. So his last meal was 21 pieces of KFC chicken.
That's a lot of chicken.
Why KFC, not Popeyes?
I mean...
2 Tombstone pizzas. I don't even know what Tombstone pizza is.
It's an American thing.
Then he wanted jelly beans, ice cream, 6 Pepsis, and a pack of cigarettes.
Do you think they actually let him smoke all 6 pack, all the pack?
I don't know. I mean,
to be honest, if you're gonna die, you might as well go out on top. Do you really care about your lungs?
If you're smoking a pack of cigarettes, 1 full pack one day, you're gonna die eventually.
Do you really think about if you're gonna die, do you really think about your health though? So the next serial killer that we're gonna talk about is a man named Victor Feguer. His crime is murder, which most of these people are murder. And this is another fact of history. He was the last U.S. execution for 40 full years. So in 1963 was when the last one, and then 40 years later was the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good, decent thing of history. And this guy was the most psychotic guy I could think of, honestly. I think he only murdered 1 person, but his last meal was a single olive. Just 1 olive.
I don't eat olives by itself in general. It's usually on pizza or in salad. This man's just gulping down olives.
No, not olives. 1. He had 1 on a single plate. Imagine asking a guard, being like, "Excuse me, can you give me 1 single olive for my last meal?" I would punch him. I'm sorry. You're gonna make me go get you an olive and bring it to you? Come on.
Man knew what he wanted.
I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go to the next person.
So the next person is Thomas J. Grasso. So he was convicted in 1995 for the death sentence. And his crime was robbery and first-degree murder after strangling an 87-year-old woman with Christmas lights. With Christmas lights.
It's not even the fact that he strangled an 87-year-old woman. He literally got Christmas lights and strangled her.
So not only could he have strangled her with his own hands, bare hands, he strangled her with Christmas lights.
I mean, you should just not strangle people at all.
And you want to know what his last meal was? Normal people don't even eat this. Room temperature SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs is disgusting.
Oh, I did I did the research for that one, and he actually wanted more. He actually got more things, but they didn't disclose it. So they just said that's the only thing he got.
So this man, his last meal, ate room temperature SpaghettiOs.
That's the only thing we know about it. So yeah.
Serves him right for strangling an 87-year-old woman.
That's just messed up, man. Okay, so the next person is, her name was Aileen Wuornos. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. And her crime was a seven murder spree spanning November. This woman is just really, it's really kind of creepy that she did this in the exact same months. So basically, it was a 7 murder spree spanning November 1989 to November 1990. So a full year.
So she basically killed 7 people within this whole...
Within 1 year. Yeah. And her last meal... Oh, she also faced the death penalty in 2002. And her last meal was a cup of coffee. A single cup of coffee. Nothing, like, it boggles my mind. Like, if I'm gonna, like, I'm just saying, like, I personally never done anything bad like that. But if I'm gonna go out, I want to go out on any little, like, everything I can get my hands on. No?
Which some do. Which some are just psychotic.
We'll see those later, but, like, this shows that they're really they're really psychotic to have this little bit of food as their last meal.
So the next one we're going to talk about is John William Elliott. So he got convicted of the death penalty in the year 1987, and his crimes committed were rape and capital murder. Do you know what capital murder is? Just in case some people don't know what it is.
Capital murder is basically just murder, but it's like your country or province, like say province or whatever, or whatever, like offense to that basically.
Oh, okay. So his last meal was a cup
and also, sorry to cut you off, but to finish off what I was saying, it also is basically any murder that results in a death penalty will be capital murder.
So all of these are capital
technically,
murder,
yeah.
basically.
But I guess the person that I got the source from didn't want to write capital murder for everyone.
So his last meal was a cup of tea and 6 cookies. I eat that, not even the tea, I eat the milk and 6 cookies for a snack. This man demanded for his last meal to be a cup of tea and 6 cookies, so he's just interesting.
But just like, why 6? Like, you could have had like 30, you could have like, even if you don't finish it, you know what I mean? Like, even if you don't finish it, it's just like, it's better to have is like...
Man wanted 6 cookies, man got 6 cookies.
You can really tell how psychotic these people are. So the next person is James Edward Smith. His crime was murder during a robbery in the Houston Trade Center. So he murdered someone during a robbery.
Okay.
It didn't specify if he was the one doing the robbery, but like, I don't know.
I'm guessing he was part of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Obviously.
So, and that he served the death penalty in 1990. His last meal request was dirt.
Dirt?
Dirt, like soil. But the guards said that's not part of the meal plan, so they gave him yogurt instead, because that's the closest thing they could find to dirt.
Wait, hold on 1 second. They said that yogurt is the closest thing to dirt.
That they had.
What's in their yogurt?
No, it's not the fact that just the yogurt was the closest thing they had to dirt. I guess. I think like
I don't want to be eating.
There's like I think there's a backstory to this, and the dirt was supposed to be like, I think there's like a voodoo thing he was trying to do with the dirt, and I don't know. It just gets messed up because like I tried like 3 or 4 different sources, and I just couldn't find the thing that he was trying to do. So yeah, there's some voodoo thing he tried to do with it.
Well, that's messed up. Let's get to the next one.
This one's the most recent one.
So the next one is Ronnie Lee Gardner, and so They committed crimes of robbery, burglary, escape, of prison, escape of prison, murder, and again, capital murder. And
damn.
The last meal was nothing, I guess.
You didn't write down the last meal?
No, it said, I guess he didn't have the last meal. So they demanded for lobster, steak, and a pie while watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Imagine, Xander messed up that. I don't know what your problem is, but yeah. So basically, the thing is like, okay, lobster, steak, and a pie. That's fine. That's a decent last meal. But I feel like this is what the person said on the source too. They literally said like this guy was got smart because they wanted to watch the longest trilogy movie franchise of all time. Like those are literally the longest movies, so they wanted to stretch it out as long as possible, which I don't blame them honestly.
But how long is the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
I think each movie is like 4 hours. So like
if you
how 3 many movies? Well, a trilogy, Cassandra. A trilogy's 3. So yeah, 3 movies.
I'm sorry,
4 hours
Ronnie,
each.
but you were smart. Like damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like these people are not stupid. They just do dumb things because they want to do it. You know what I mean?
I just think he just did it because he didn't give a damn.
That's true. Like, I'm talking about like kill people and stuff.
And again, we're not trying to make a joke of whatever
No.
did, but just some of these things are just ridiculous.
Like you never these are just really dumb because like you never think that like when I expect the last meal, I expect like lots of food. And then, like, some people have, like, nothing, and some people have lots of food. Some people, like, want to watch a movie. Like, I don't know. So the next person that we're going to talk about is a guy named Timothy McVeigh. His crimes is the Oklahoma City bombing, one of the biggest terrorist attacks before the 9/11 bombings. So this was the top, this is the top terrorist attack until 2001. So imagine, like, because the United States had never seen a bombing like this before. So he received the death penalty in 2001. His meal was 2 pints of ice cream. That's it? Wait, hold up. 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. That was it.
Well, mint chocolate ice cream is really good.
Oh no, it's good. That's fine, but I can just, what do you do with the, if he had, 1 pint of ice cream and he's eating it, right? What do you do with the other one? Did you just, wait for him while it melted, or did, you know what I mean?
I would believe they put it in the fridge and they're like, here.
You really think they're gonna put it in the fridge for him after he killed all those people?
They probably let him eat it melted.
These guards aren't nice to the people. They don't deserve to be nice to, Cassandra. So yeah, but I don't know, just mint chocolate ice cream, that's the last thing that you want to eat.
I really loved mint chocolate ice cream. It's really good. I like
No,
mint
trust me,
chocolate
it's good, but it's just I don't understand why that's your last meal. You know what I mean?
Well, on to more crazy. So, Gerald Lee Mitchell. So he was convicted of the death sentence in the year 2001. His crimes committed was pretending to sell drugs. So he pretended to be a drug dealer, and he would shoot his pretend customers with a shotgun. And his last meal was just a bag of Jolly Ranchers.
Just a bag of Jolly Ranchers.
I honestly don't know what this fetish is with all these murderers and all these criminals that just want candy or ice cream for their last meal.
I don't know. I don't understand that because I would never murder someone, obviously. But if I was if I had my last meal, I would not choose one little pack of Jolly Ranchers or one little thing of ice cream. I would eat a lot.
Well, trust me, there's some that actually eat a lot.
We'll get to those later. So actually, we're gonna get to one of them right now. So the next person we're gonna talk about is Bobby Wayne Woods, and his crime is kidnapping and murder of an 11-year-old victim.
Dickhead.
Don't swear, please.
Upsetting.
It's very upsetting. The fact that you kidnap and then I don't want to talk about that because that's gonna make me sad. Rest in peace to the victim.
Yeah. To all the victims, actually.
Well, of course, all the victims, but it's just the mindset you get more sad about a child. So basically, he received the death penalty in 2009, and this man could eat because he got 2 chicken fried steaks, 2 fried chicken breasts, 3 pork chops, 2 burgers, 4 slices of bread, a half pound of fried potatoes, half pound of onion rings, 1 chocolate cake, and 2 pitchers of milk. Now that's a last meal. Like, I don't agree with what he did, but the man could eat. Like, he was a douchebag, but the man could eat, though. What do you got to say?
Oh, choked on food.
Then they wouldn't need the death penalty.
Anyways, before I get even more angry, the next one that we're going to be talking about is Larry Bill Elliott. So he was convicted of the death sentence in year 2001. His crimes was murder of a woman he met online, as well as her ex-boyfriend.
What a douchebag. Sorry to swear, but like, god damn.
And his last meal, he wanted it to be a secret and never to be revealed.
What? You're not special. Like, no offense to, like, people, but, like, he's not special. Why do you, like, you really think we care what you eat? I know we're doing a video now, but, like, you really think that we're gonna be like, oh, this man ate, like, a pie. Oh, he must be like this. No, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Just, it sees how much people are psychotic that they think, it's just, this is weird. Just go to the next one.
Okay.
You're just pissing me off. Every single one is just pissing me off.
Yeah. Okay, so the next person, Angel Diaz. This is going to be a really short one. And his crime is murder, kidnapping, and armed robbery. And his meal was he didn't want to eat a last meal. And when they gave him the prison meal, he didn't want to eat it. So he ate nothing.
So he died a hungry man.
Like, okay, like I continue saying, why would you not take a last meal? Like, I'm sorry, like, I know, like, he didn't want to be like everyone else, I guess. But, like, I don't know, that's just dumb to me. Like, it really doesn't make sense. I would have took a last meal in a heartbeat. But, I mean, I guess that's my mentality.
So you want to talk about, okay, so the next one, this is actually like one of the last ones, kind of, that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So it's Stephen Michael Woods Jr., and he is the one that asked for the most. So his
This man could eat.
So, his crimes were capital murder of a young drug dealer and his drug dealer's wife. So not only did he kill a drug dealer, he killed the drug dealer's wife, and he was sentenced to the death penalty in 2011. This man.
Sorry to cut you off. I don't want people to say, like, oh, he's a drug dealer and he's doing shit that's illegal, because that's still not fair. Like, you should never kill anyone. Like, personally, the drug dealer should have been able to at least live.
Yeah.
I just want to put a disclaimer there.
So this man asked for 2 pounds of bacon, 4 meat pizzas, 4 fried chicken breasts, 2 drink each. So I'm talking 2 Mountain Dews, 2 Pepsis, 2 root beers.
Also, like 2 cans or 2 bottles of that.
Yes.
Damn.
And 2 things of sweet tea. So for those in Canada,
It's iced tea.
it's iced tea, but in America it's called sweet tea.
Yeah, by the way, most of these are American, so yeah.
So he asked not only for 2 things of sweet teas, I guess the bottle, 2 pins of ice cream. So I guess that's 2 liters of ice cream.
2 pint. I'm not sure, but...
Because in Canada we have liters of ice cream.
I'm not sure how much a pint is, but I'm pretty sure it's more than a liter.
Oh, don't worry, there's more. 5 chicken fried steaks, 2 burgers with bacon and fries, and a dozen garlic bread sticks with marinara on the side. That's it.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I know he was a douchebag and he killed people, but like, I would eat that.
He
Like, I
knew
would
what he
eat that.
wanted. And he was very specific.
I would eat that though. Not even gonna lie.
But like, let's just talk about the next one.
Okay, so this one is a very famous one, and he is the killer clown. He basically a little bit of more, because basically we're going to the more famous
Known
ones
ones?
now. Yeah. So basically, and what you're gonna see is pretty basic, but yeah, he his crime was he raped and murdered 33 people, and could be a lot more than that. Those are the only ones that are confirmed.
Sorry to interrupt, but for those who don't really know who he is, he used to dress up at little boys' birthday parties as a clown. And that's why he's called the killer clown. And every single time he would see, like, any little boys, he would follow them from a party or something, and then he would rape or kill them. So I'm so sorry for the victims.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so the rape and murder of 33, and it could be a lot more.
And it wasn't even it wasn't like girls or anything, it was just little boys.
It was anyone really, and he like kept their like, and this is really disgusting, but like he kept their body parts in the fridge of his house, and that's how they found him and arrested him and sentenced him to the death penalty. So yeah, there's no year that I was given, so it's just his meal, and his meal was 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe KFC chicken, fries, and 1 pound of strawberries. The reason why he picked the KFC was because he's actually, before he murdered all those people, he was a manager at 3 KFCs.
Can I ask you something? What's
What?
up with KFC? Is American KFC chicken way better than Canadian KFC chicken?
Honestly, probably. Because every time I've been to KFC, it's really greasy and
It's
trash.
trash.
But
So,
like, I don't know.
Like, literally, this is like the 5th time, I think, that a person asked for KFC chicken for their last meal.
Probably. And here, actually, the next person we're going to talk about is the most famous person on this list. Well, famous, I say, but he was the most known. I don't want to say famous and put that out there.
So, we're going to be talking about Ted Bundy. So, he basically was, for a long time, basically sentenced to the death penalty in 1989, but throughout, I think, the 70s or 80s, he was known for basically prison escape, committed rape, necrophilia.
Necrophilia? Yeah. No, you know what necrophilia is?
It's when you have sex with a dead body.
Yeah.
And then he did prison escape, so he went to jail for, I'm guessing, necrophilia and rape. And then he escaped from jail, and then confirmed how many people he killed was 35. But there could be more.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there was way more, but there was only 35 cases that were confirmed or unsolved. And for his last meal, he asked for steak, medium rare, eggs.
No, he didn't ask for it. He declined his first
Well,
meal.
he declined it the first time, but
And they gave him the prison meal at the time.
So he basically got a steak, medium rare, eggs over easy, hash brown toast with butter, jelly, milk, and juice. So he basically had breakfast.
No, but that at the time, that was the prison meal that they gave to like people that declined their last meal request. So yeah, that's pretty much everyone. And
It's just...
I know, like, we tried to make a little bit light about it, but like it's really not a good situation. Like, these people were psychopaths, and they honestly deserved everything they got, because it was just messed up that these people like did these things, and it still happens to this day. Like, this isn't like this isn't like an old thing. It happens all the time, even today.
Honestly, if you guys like this video, comment down below what you guys think, and if there's any other psychopath murderers or anything that we've missed, you guys can comment down below and let us know. And honestly, like, share, comment, and let us know what you guys want to see for next Wednesday's video.
Yeah, and we'll be back next Wednesday. Okay,
Bye.
bye.